Hey guys, what's 5 here with episode number 45 of the My Player Career Mode. Not with City this time, we are at the European Championships 2028. So, very far into the future. Not too sure what country the Euros is set to be hosted in 2028, but anyway, we lost the final the first time around. If you remember, we got absolutely battered by Portugal in the final. I think it was 4-0. The last European Championships we played in. We then won the World Cup. We beat Brazil in the final in that one. And now we come into our third major competition with England off the back of two incredible goal-scoring seasons at PSG and at Man City. We are still a few weeks away from the release of EAFC 24, so we'll be doing one more season. I have recorded the team we will be joining. That will be revealed in the next episode. It's a big one, and you can probably guess after what I said in the previous episode, there's a 1 in 4 chance you get it right. It's Real Madrid, Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund or Bayern Munich. The only leagues we've not played in this My Player. But we're 2-0 up here against Ukraine. We come off the bench because at the beginning of the season we did change our position from striker to right winger. That kind of reset us for the national team, as well as the club having to start from sub and working our way into the starting 11 once again. I'm not too sure how many goals we've scored for England now, over friendlies and qualifiers and actual competitions, but I think we were into maybe the 20s, I would guess. I'd have to go back and watch and see how many we did score, but once again, second game of the group stage, we're coming off the bench. We've actually got a pretty difficult group to start this series. We've got Ukraine, Italy and the Netherlands. A really tough group to come out of, and obviously on FIFA they've not got as many groups in the Euros as in real life, I don't think, because they've obviously not got as many European teams as in real life. So it's a bit easier, you could say, as we charge through here. Strike it, great save. Obviously there's the first knockout round straight into the semi-finals and then the final, whereas in real life there is the round of 16 first, I do believe. But this game against Italy didn't quite go as well as the one against Ukraine. It ended as a 1-1 draw. So right now we have 4 points out of a possible 6. And then coming into this one, once again coming off the bench for the final few minutes for England on that left wing this time instead of the right. We're taking on the Netherlands in this one. We've already got 2 goals in this competition against Ukraine. Didn't catch any against Italy, but we've got a real good chance here as Bukayo Saka drawing the defender out wide. We're going to hit it first time into the bottom right hand corner, secure the victory for England in this game and see ourselves progress through to the next round of the Euros, into the knockout stages. Did really well. We're also going to try and get our second one there, but to end the group stages with 3 goals after coming off the bench in all 3 games, probably having a combined total of maybe 1 hour of football, maybe. Just there or thereabouts. But the first knockout round game we are coming into is against the almighty France. I'd say in real life, France and England are probably 2 of the strongest national teams in the world. Obviously Argentina won the World Cup. Brazil are up there as well, but I do think France and England are probably the 2 strongest in my opinion. So next year at the Euros in real life, it should be an interesting one to see if we meet again. Obviously the game in the World Cup was a pretty good game. Didn't end the way I wanted, but you know, I think it'll be a very entertaining game. But this one, we are going 1-0 down to France. And if you remember the last time we played Kylian Mbappe at Man City, it didn't end too well. He kind of tore us a new one, scored a load of goals against us, but from kickoff we're going to receive the ball, and it's that dreaded kickoff goal as Phil Foden knocks it through to Marcus Rashford, playing that striking position. He finds the back of the net 64 minutes into the game. There's a real chance now we can get back into this one. We've been given a lot of time from Southgate in this game. He subbed us on quite early, but we have to go all the way to the 85th minute for the next chance of the game. They dink the ball in. Great claim from Ramsdale. I'm going to look to counter-attack here. 5 minutes left on the clock. Chest this one down against Upamecano. Down to Ben Chilwell, I think it is. He finds Foden. Foden finds Tammy. Tammy finds ourselves. We're through on goal. Diaby tracking back. We barge him off. Upamecano tracking back. We barge him off. And we coolly, calmly slot it past Mike Maignan with 4 minutes left on the clock. We're in the driver's seat right now. And we take full advantage of that coming into these final few minutes, because France are going to be attacking us. They're going to be sending everyone forward to try and get that equaliser. That is perfect for us because it means they are sticky at the back. There's a 4-on-1 situation here. We're going to take it in our own stride. Tammy is almost free in the box, and he does find the back of the net on the 89:59. As the clock ticks over into the 90th minute, we secure victory against France 3-1, and we are through to the next round of the Euros, and we've got our starting position back. We're back in the starting 11. Southgate has seen the wonders that we have done off the bench, and he thought, shit, maybe I should be starting this calibre of player. He should be starting for my team. And well, in the semi-finals, taking on Romania, of all teams. Romania in the semi-finals of the Euros. But 15 minutes in. This is a game we should be winning. It's a game if we lost, it'd be an embarrassment. And we should probably not get on the plane back home if we lost this one. It'd be too embarrassed to show our faces. But 20 minutes in, the first chance is going to come to ourselves. We pick up the ball, try to shoot, doesn't quite work out, but it falls to our teammate, both club and country, Phil Foden, puts it into the back of the net. 21 minutes into the game, the floodgates seem like they are now open and ready for us to attack. Now, with Romania, they got fortunate to get to the semi-finals, but they clearly had to beat a half-decent team to get here. Tammy's shot, first one saved, second one is put into the back of the net, and thankfully that still counts as an assist. I don't think in real life that would count as an assist for myself, but we'll take anything we can get to get our match rating up for the player objectives set by Gareth Southgate. But yeah, 2-0. We've not really had any major impact ourselves on this game entirely. We've just kind of got fortunate balls falling our way as Tammy does make it 3-0. Another goal for Tammy Abraham. He's a player in real life. I think he obviously got the ACL injury. I'm not too sure how many goals he actually scored for England in real life. Obviously, he's not going to have had many opportunities because Harry Kane is our starting striker and he is one of the best strikers in the world. And then the backup is usually someone like Callum Wilson or other players. He normally doesn't get picked ahead of the likes of those players, especially last season when Tammy wasn't in the best of form. But Phil Foden does go and add another goal. He makes it 4-0. We scored 4 times and we haven't scored any of them. Probably the first time in a while that's happened. Probably ever, maybe. The first time we scored 3+ goals and none of them have come from ourselves. But a lovely touch. Takes it into our path just perfectly on our right foot. And we just power it into the back of the net. Make it 5-0. The game was already over, but we went and added that cherry on top. We're going to request a sub. Don't want to get injured before the final. Well, we're basically in the final. So Rashford's going to come on for ourselves. We had 2 assists, 1 goal, a 9.5 rating, 20% conversion rate, not the best. But we are going to progress through to the final of the Euros. And it's revenge time. We need to redeem redemption time, should I say, not revenge, because we're not going to be playing Portugal. We did win that game 6-1 in the end. We're going to be playing Germany in the final. One of the biggest rivalries in international football, England and Germany. Harvey Elliott's been shown there. I don't think he's played a minute this competition. But the final, Germany versus England. Redemption, hopefully, is what we get for the past 2 times, actually. If you consider we lost to Italy in real life in the Euros final, in the game. We went and played Portugal in the Euros final and lost. Got to the Euros final once again in this one. Can we win it against Germany? Well, we're definitely the stronger team. Looking at the quality of some of their players, they've got some top players. They've got Goretzka, they've got some of our teammates, obviously in Goretzka and Sula. Former teammates in Musiala, Wirtz, but I think we're more than good enough to win this one. And well, 5 minutes in, first time shot on the right foot, lovely assist from Trent. We find the back of the net, and we're 1-0 to the good in the final of the Euros. And normally when we go 1-0 up, there's no looking back, and we do just start adding goals and goals and goals and goals. Here, we're going to use our pace, we're going to use our skill to get the better of Raum and Schlotterbeck. It's going to fall to Marcus Rashford, who's replaced Tammy in the starting 11 for this one. Classic Rashford knuckleball shot. Didn't quite work out, but we're going to just keep attacking and keep going until we get that second goal. Conor Gallagher makes a great run. Didn't quite find him, but we're going to find Trent out wide. He can find a cross from anywhere. He's that good. Lovely bit of skill, great strike, but our former teammate at Manchester United, Nubel, makes the save, but we're knocking on the door. That second goal is going to come sooner or later. And as well, Phil Foden charging in that centre forward position. Eventually it's going to find... No, it's not Phil Foden. Phil Foden's out wide. Who was that, Roger? 13. Mount, maybe? I'm not too sure. But Phil Foden scores in the final. It's Harvey Elliott. Goals it showed him before the game. So we've got a very attacking team. But yeah, 2-0, doubles our lead. Phil Foden, the goal scorer. 2-0. Before half-time, we're going to look to maybe add a third here. Is great run being made there by Harvey Elliott. We're not going to try to find him. We're going to go for it ourselves, but there's a great save from Newell, denying us the chance of doubling our goal tally. And just into the start of the second half, Germany are going to make this one a bit interesting, as Knauf out wide finds a shot, doesn't quite work out, but Goretzka is there and beats Ramsdale very easily with the header. 3 minutes in, they've halved our lead, and we have to get it back, because you know us in the finals. Obviously against Italy we went 1-0 up, lost that one on penalties. Against Portugal we probably went 1-0 up in that game, I can't quite remember, lost that one 4-1. So yeah, we have to hold on, we have to get that third to restore our lead. And well, Foden, bit of fortune, finds Rashford. I'm not too sure how he didn't score that one, but going to force a corner, whip it in. We find Fikayo Tomori, and he, just before the hour mark, makes it 3-1 to England. Restores that 2-goal lead, adds that safety blanket back to our game. And we can settle down a bit now that that's happened, because we have been in control of this game. We've had a majority of the possession, created most of the chances, and defensively we've been very, very solid. But we can't lose that concentration. We can't get complacent, is the best thing to say, because Goretzka on the 80th minute does make it 3-2. Few minutes remaining in this one from a corner. Great from Saka to get it away. We're going to just charge on the ball, try and get it away, try and waste time, try and just count down the clock. We're charging down the pitch. Musiala is absolutely knackered, can't keep up with us. Dink it into Saka. Great header. Nubel catches, boots it upfield, and as the final seconds count down, we are eventually, as a referee blows the final whistle, going to be crowned the European champions. So we have done it. We've got the World Cup, we have got the Euros on our international stage, we've got the Premier League now, we've got the Champions League with PSG, the Ligue 1, the Carabao Cup, the Portuguese FA Cup. Now we're either going to go and get the La Liga or the Bundesliga, and I want another Champions League in this final season. But I'm going to leave you with the trophy celebrations. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.